nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, benedict Domine nos et hec tua dona, quae de tua virgitatis sumus sumpturi, per Christum Dominum nostrum. Amen. And God bless John and Teresa.
Oh, thank you.
Woodbridge, Woodbridge.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. We would like to welcome all of you to this celebration. If you are here, you are a part of our very, very close-knit family who have supported us from the moment that you either knew me or John, or until we got married, and then most importantly, when we got Miss Asia. And so this is going to take less than 10 minutes, but I kind of got to do the timeline here. The person I know, the one I've known the longest is my girlfriend, Chris. She's from California. She flew all the way just for this. And this lady trained me in 1986 to be the regional marketing director for the East Coast for Aramis and Designer Fragrances. We remained best of friends since then. We traveled together for like 8 years before she got married. And talk about believing in life. This gal started having her first child at age 46 and her next one at 47. They both just graduated from college. One already has her master's, and the last one just graduated summa cum laude from University of Southern California. So, thank you for coming. Next person is this gal right here. This is Laura Duvall. She came to do curtains at my house, and she was a mere 23 years old, and I questioned every move she made. And and she's been our friend ever since when we tied the knot. Okay, Laura, thank you. Next goes, this guy right here was ordained in 1997, and he became my spiritual director. And when John and I met and started dating, he did our marriage prep for us, and he presided at our wedding ceremony. And we've remained friends all these years. And we love Father DeRosa. Father DeRosa is in Colonial Beach. Next is Eric and Paige over here. Eric was John's groomsman at our wedding. We met Linda and Lou Zanini right here on a river cruise in 2003 in Italy, and we've remained friends with them ever since. They come visit us at least every year, and we enjoy their company so much. Thank you. And they traveled from Texas to get here. Yes. And Alexandra right here. These people got married a year after us. I did a reading at their wedding. John sang at the wedding, and they're going to celebrate their 25th next year. And Alex does beautiful music with us every Sunday at St. Thomas of Becket, and we're really glad to have her. So Asia came to us in 2006, and so this table over here is very important for that. This is our darling Asia, 2006. Miss Donna Reed over here was her NICU nurse, and taught me everything I knew to take care of this kid. I don't know what I would have done without this lady. And this table is mixed with a lot of folks who helped us. Jackie was always there for us to help babysit Asia if we had to go to do choir rehearsal. Same with Grandma Judy, who is really not our relation, but we call her Grandma Judy. Grandma Judy took care of Asia during Mass while I sang and John directed the choir. And we were so blessed to have this man as Asia's pediatrician all these years. And Tony DiPaolo. Tony is not only her pediatrician, but he is her godfather and her confirmation sponsor. These two young ladies both have children like Asia, Jamie Bruin and Lisa Waters. Lisa did all the beautiful flowers on your table, and Jamie did all the beautiful cupcakes that you all will be taking home. You haven't seen them yet, but they are extraordinary. She's one of the top bakers in this whole area. We have, these are our next door neighbors here. We love them. They moved in about, what, 8 years ago? 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they have wonderful chickens that wake us up every morning. But we do love them. And we love these guys too. They're wonderful. Wonderful neighbors to have. This is Julian and Stephanie. Yeah. I met Russ through John. And there's a little story behind Russ, because in 2020, we lost all of our caregivers. And so his wonderful daughter, Ashley, came to our aid. And Russ and Stephanie are married, and that's how we know them. And thank you for coming. This wonderful couple here, Mary and Jean Martin, we met them in 2012, and we used to go to their beach house all the time with Asia and our caregivers and everything, and we had the most wonderful time. And they have really become like our best friends. They live like 2 miles from us, and whenever we would just want to have fun and just have some great camaraderie, we invite Mary and Jean over, and they have supported us so much with this kid, who we just dearly love. Okay, when we want to get really crazy, we invite this couple over. This is Mark and Lauren Sheehan. Lauren is a fabulous flautist, and Mark is, I met Mark through John, and but they have become really good friends with us. And so when we play together, whenever I want to just play the piano and do all the stuff, they come over and we play the music really loud on the back porch, and Lauren actually sings. Thank you. This is Peter and Marianne Christensen, and they're a lovely couple. We have just recently gotten to know better. They did the El Camino Way last fall, and I watched every move, and they were wonderful to watch. And thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you. And just like I said, they did something right. They raised this guy right here, and then I got to talk about this guy, Father Dyer. We've been helping Father Dyer out with music over at St. Thomas of Becket. He kind of reeled us in December, and we've been there ever since. But it's hard to say no to this guy, Father Dyer. So thank you. Catherine, Colleen used to come over every week when we first brought Asia home, because she was a handful, and yeah, it was and still is. But they would come over just so I could get a shower. Colleen and Catherine would come over, and they would just fall asleep with this kid in the rocking chair, and like do rosaries with her and all that sort of thing. But this group here is from our choir at St. Mark's. We love this group here. We'll be back sometime and make beautiful music together. Don't feel bothered. He's like, no, you won't. Yes. And best of all, we got Asia in 2006. She's been a blessing to John and I, and to everybody she meets. This kid changes people's lives. And I have to recognize this wonderful woman right here. As of next week, she will be with us 1 year. And we call her Gray. Her name is Griselda, but we call her Gray. And she's like another daughter to me. And we love her beyond belief. Okay, John, I promise to be good to you in bad times and good times, sickness and in health. I will love and honor you all the days of my life. And hopefully God will give us another 25 years.
I'm at a disadvantage because my wife just made me cry right before I was going to start. The happiest thing for Teresa and I is to see our best friends and people who've really made our lives better all smiling, having a good time together. And so this means the world to us that you all could come out and enjoy this with us, because I don't care what your measure is, 25 years of marriage is a big deal. Okay, it is a big deal. So we are really blessed to have you along on this journey with Asia too, because not everybody who we were friends with before we brought Asia home is still friends. Things happen and stuff like that, but you all have consciously decided to be a part of our lives, so that's important. I'm 52 or 53, I don't remember. That's why I have notes. I know, honey, that's funny. So I have notes today, but a few months ago, Teresa, we were having a dinner out on the deck, and Teresa said, what do you love best about us? And guys, some of you are sitting there going, was this one of those questions? Was this like how does this blouse look on me? Is this a trap? And it wasn't a trap. It was us having a beautiful conversation. And of course, the thing that snapped into my head was, together we decided that we were going to take on Asia, and we didn't know what it was going to be, but we knew that she needed a mom and dad. And the rest of my talk is really about Teresa, okay? Because she is the one who's been the driving force in taking on this responsibility. And I'm not trying to humble brag. I'm not trying to act like, hey, I haven't been part of this. But Teresa's been, the power behind making everything happen. And I'm going to tell you 3 things that I love about Teresa, because I feel like I kind of whiffed that question before about what do you love about us. So I'm going to share 3 things with you, and that is that, Teresa has all this love in her heart, and she really loves unconditionally, and she loves without boundaries. And if you're in the love zone, then she will do anything for you. And it's like a spring in the mountains, and you all probably saw this on the Camino. The spring in the mountains, it doesn't matter if the snow just melted or if it's the heat of summer, the water is still flowing, and that is Teresa's love. And it's her love for me, it's her love for Asia, and it's her love for all of you, and that's just so inspiring to see. And the next thing that I love about Teresa is Teresa is tenacious, okay? And some of you are nodding your head because you know what tenacity with Teresa means. And some people don't think tenacity is a compliment, okay? But being in her career that she was, and Chris is nodding, and Laura's been on the other end of tenacity, and yes, okay. Well, when you have a kid like Asia, and the nutritionists are telling you, you better get her a feeding tube, or the neurologists are saying, you better load her up with meds or she'll still have seizures. This kid would be absolutely 100% different if it weren't for Teresa going toe-to-toe with yeah, thank you. So she kind of doesn't care if you have a JD or an MD or you're a priest or you're a bishop. She's going to tell you exactly what's on her mind, and it is always for the best of the people she loves. Okay, and so I really have to just, it's something I love about you. You know, you might think that that's like, I love it about you. Okay, and okay. All right. Now, I've got one last thing, and I have this novelist that I love, that a old friend introduced me to, and Teresa hates it when I talk about him because you know, I don't know. I think I talk about him too much. It's like the crazy person that talks about the thing they love too much. Okay. Well, he's got this quote. His name's Mark Halperin, and Jackie, apologies again for having you read that book you hated. Anyway, his quote is, marriage is having someone unconditionally and unreasonably on your side all the time. What's beautiful about you is you've been on my side even when I think you're not on my side. I love that about you know, and you've been very deeply and unreasonably loving to me sometimes, and I just, it's amazing. You're supposed to marry someone you can contend with, okay? And that sounds like, you know, fights, blah, blah, blah. It's not fights. The contending is her helping me become a better person, okay? So, you know, I can fit in this suit today because Teresa helped me, all right? And I'm forever grateful for that too. I think the last thing is we wouldn't be Catholics, most of us, if I didn't quiz you on something. But who wants to tell me what the purpose of marriage is? What is the purpose of marriage? What? Yes, thank you. You were listening to Teresa. Yeah, too, because she had the answer already. You stole my answer. Oh, he said it? Okay, good. So that's another thing. Teresa is wonderfully focused on heaven, making sure that that's the end. And frankly, what we've been through as a family in the last 6 months with Father Schultz and seeing all that stuff, it makes you think about what's the most important thing. And that is the most important thing. The most important thing is loving God, serving God, being close to God as best as we can. You've helped me move closer to God, and I'm most thankful for that. Okay. I've got one more thing for you. And this is a story I've told Teresa, but it's a story I've never told anybody else. Okay? And don't worry, you're going to be okay with me telling this story. So our first date was in January. Was it 97? 97 or 98? 98. Okay. Here's 98. I was 24 years old. And I don't know if all of you remember when you were 24 and you were working your first job, but I know. So I was making next to nothing for pay. I didn't know how to dress. And I still only know how to dress because of Teresa. So I showed up for our first date wearing, in the cold of January, tan linen pants, a light shirt, a stupid tweed blazer, and I rang the doorbell, and she looked at me like, what have I done? Okay. And what's funny is she invited me into the foyer before we went out, and there was this little voice in my head, and I'd like to think it's my guardian angel, and I'm pretty sure it was my guardian angel. And my guardian angel said, and I kid you not, he said, "You are going to be very happy here." So I have been happy. I've been so happy. And I'm looking forward to another 25 or more. I'm up for more. Okay? But I just want you to know, honey, that you inspire me every day, and I love you, and you've made me so happy.
Love you.
She said that to me on the way over. I said, "Do you want to dance close? Leave room for the Holy Ghost." I'm like, forget it. I'm married 42 years.